Hey there, how you doing? It's Chris from Fit School. Hope you are well today. We're talking about all things to do with the glutes. People often ask about glutes, and the way they ask actually is, what can I do about my bum to tone the bum and the area? I've noticed it's got saggier over the years, or lack of tone or lack of strength. We have other people who have questions such as, how can I strengthen my glutes to support my back, because it's got weak. It's all part of the same problem. Problem is the glutes have stopped working as much. Now before we get into what we can do about it, I'm going to do a quick intro as to what they are and obviously what they do. The glutes are a series of muscles which involve this action. So we've got one where the leg goes straight back, and this brings the leg back. That's going to be glute max. It's the big one that sits quite deep, quite big muscle. And then you've got two others which help take your leg out to the side. And then also, it does help balance the leg. It helps to rotate the toe out and then in. So you have different parts of the glutes that help with that action. But it is mainly about extending the hip and also abducting the leg. Plus or minus a few little tweaks with the turning the toe out and in. Now, this muscle works a lot when we are younger because we stand up and sit down a lot more, we use our legs more. But due to automation with our lives, the fact that we sit down a lot when we work, the glutes just don't get the work that they need. Then you can have traumatic events. And traumatic events for a lot of people, a lot of women, will be childbirth and labour. This can seriously affect how your pelvic floor works. And what happens then is how your glutes fire around that, they can not work as well. The reason why is that when you have a trauma to a nerve, the muscles that the nerve supplies can become what's known as inhibited. It means they stop working to the degree. Your brain just turns down the volume of how much work they are going to experience. So again, think about any kind of trauma, whether it's carrying a child or giving birth, whether it's C-section, you're going to find that this area just feels quite numb and quite dead in general. Other forms of trauma could be an injury, so back injury. You could have a sciatica, a flare up with a nerve impingement through the sciatic nerve running down the back of the leg. Again, you may find the glutes stop working here. Or other injuries where you don't use one leg to the same degree as you would normally. Then you get an imbalance from one side to the next. So the starting point where if you have had some kind of trauma with your glutes or your back or hip trunk area, is you've got to try and get the glutes firing before you think about squats and lunges. And the main thing is trying to get the mind-body connection going again. So what I would do is I would just go into an ordinary squat, into a half squat. I come down from here, I'm placing my hands on the top part of my glutes, just where my lower back sits in towards my hips. I'm going to stand up, and as I do, I'm going to squeeze my bum as tight as I can at the top. I'm placing my hands there to feel as if the muscle is working and it's engaged. If you can't feel the muscle working, not with your hands as in without them, but feel the muscles working, it's highly unlikely to be working when you then start doing your squats and your lunges and your single leg squats and your deadlifts. It's not going to happen. You should be able to feel that muscle working just by standing here and tensing. So if you tense your glutes as hard as you can and you relax, you should be able to tense so hard it's almost agony. If you can't, then it's not going to work when you go and do some exercises, because you're layering on top of an already dysfunctional body some patterns that aren't going to, your body won't receive it, won't accept it. So one simple thing would be just to squat down, place your hands here, push the weight through your hips, your heels, hips out, squeeze up slow, and then drive, really squeeze the glutes together as tight as you can at the top. Relax, ease down, up we come, and then squeeze. I'm also not just squeezing my glutes, I'm also pulling my abs in as well. So I'm bracing my abs and I'm tensing my glutes as hard as I can. I'm placing my hand there so I can get the feedback on my hands and the muscle is working. If that doesn't work, you can play around with your foot positions. So I'm just out of shot here, but I'm turning my toe so just a bit out, yeah? When I stand up, so I put my toes out. Just angle this down so you can see it properly. Yep. So I just turn my toes out of touch. So I'm here, I squat down, I lift up, and I squeeze nice and tight. So you can start here with them in line, and then you can turn them out a little bit to see if that helps with that feel. And I would say just start with that, and you want to squeeze at the top. You can increase that squeeze to 5 seconds, 10 seconds if you want, and then come back into the squat. That's your starting point. Once you start to feel the glutes firing better and harder, you get what's called the release burn, which is when you relax the glutes. It actually is quite painful, but you created that strength of the muscle contraction from your brain to your glute, and what happens is over time that gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Then when you layer on top of that some squats and lunges, it works even more. But definitely start with just getting the mind and the body connected with some simple at-home exercises you can do. 10 reps, but 5-second holds to begin, and increase that hold up to 10 seconds. 3 times round, 10 reps, and then let us know how you get on.